What is the NISAR mission? Who is behind it? And what makes it so unique? And what will it bring in terms of impacts for India? A satellite, 2 nations, and 1 mission to track and understand Earth like never before. On July 30th, 2025, from the launch pad of Sriharikota, India and United States made history together. The NISAR mission, $1.5 billion marvel which is jointly developed by NASA and ISRO. And it is now in orbit, ready to scan every inch of Earth with absolute precision. Hello everyone, welcome to Vajiram and Ravi's Flash News. My name is Shubhangi Singh and today we are going to understand NISAR mission. What is so unique about it, how it is going to be helpful for India and the globe, and how it is a game changer not just for science but for diplomacy as well. So let us begin with understanding this mission altogether. When we talk about this mission, one of the most expensive and technologically advanced SAR satellite that has been ever built, and this is a project of $1.5 billion for joint Earth observation satellite which has been developed by ISRO and NASA. Now ISRO is the main space agency of India and NASA is for USA. Now, when we talk about this particular satellite, we also need to understand that what are the roles that respective space agencies have played. What is the technological advancements that they are providing from their own end. So, when we talk about ISRO has been responsible for the launch vehicle, and the successful launch that has happened yesterday comes as a relief to India. Reason being, there has been a few glitches even in the last launch. There was a technical glitch at the last moment. So finally, when the launch vehicle has worked for us, GSLV F-16, and it comes as a relief. The spacecraft bus is from the ISRO's end. Then we have S-band radar. This is going to be a USP because this is the first time that we are seeing dual band in a satellite. So we have S-band and we have L-band radar coming from NASA. Then solar panels again is from ISRO. Then if we talk about NASA, as I mentioned, L-band radar. Then we have 12-meter mesh reflector antenna and engineering support comes from NASA. When we talk about the orbit, it has been already placed in orbit. It was launched from Sriharikota yesterday and it has been placed in sun synchronous orbits. So there are 2 types of orbits when we talk about. Can you mention in the comment section what are the 2 different types of orbits that are majorly seen? Sun synchronous orbit based satellites, these are designed in such a way that they will be crossing one point of location every time, every day at the same given time, and this is done so as to ensure that there is consistent lighting conditions that are available. In sun synchronous orbit, the satellites are somewhere in the range of 600 to 800 kilometer altitude, and for NISAR it is 747 kilometer. Now when we are talking about sun synchronous orbit, you have to understand that the rotation of Earth is taking place like this and the movement of sun synchronous based satellite is something like this. Now when we talk about the axis, this is the axis of Earth is rotating here and it goes over the poles. So when we are talking about the sun synchronous orbit, this is another important factor especially for NISAR mission because it needs proper consistent lighting for the proper effective work when we are talking about data collection here, especially remote sensing. Furthermore, the mission life is 3 years and design lifetime is more than 5 years. Now that we have understood the basic pointers associated with the NISAR mission, now let us get into the detail and understand that what makes this NISAR mission unique. So as I have mentioned, this is one of the most expensive technological SAR satellites that we are seeing. What is exactly SAR? When we are talking about SAR, it is a synthetic aperture radar, and this is the first time that we are seeing a dual frequency. Dual frequency radar, one is coming from ISRO. ISRO is the one which is giving S-band radar, and then we have NASA, which is giving L-band radar. Now the S-band radar detects the land surface features, which becomes very important for aspects such as agriculture or understanding, taking data of water bodies. L-band radar, which is given by NASA, is the one which penetrates not just vegetation, soil, ice. So it will be helpful in monitoring ice sheets, it will be helpful in monitoring tectonics, and that's where the precision of both the radars will be seen. Now when we are talking about the second factor, that is the SAR technology, that is synthetic aperture radar. That makes it further unique. How does it makes it unique? Because it facilitates capturing of image day and night in any weather condition, be it through cloud, be it through smoke. Furthermore, the second factor, high resolution lenses are being used for clarity and precision that we are expecting, especially in terms of remote sensing. Now when we talk about sweep SAR innovation, it is basically first of its kind ultra swath coverage of almost 240 kilometers, and it also enables rapid global coverage which will take place every 12 days. Furthermore, this NISAR mission comes with open access. That means the data that will be generated from this satellite, which will be processed, it will be open to all. That means this is here to facilitate whole of the global order itself, the mankind itself. And this data will be freely available every hour, and this will not just promote transparency, but it will also promote science. Now let us get into the details that how it will directly impact India, what are the aspects that we are expecting in here. First impact, if we talk about, it is about agriculture as well as food security. When we are talking about penetration of vegetation through L radar and understanding with precision, be it ice sheet, be it tectonics, be it vegetation, be it agriculture, as I said, even from S radar, we have to understand it will help in tracking crop growth, soil moisture and land use. That will help us in smarter farming. Further, it will directly facilitate better irrigation and crop insurance policy and their design as well. Other than that, it will also help disaster management because there will be proper coverage of tectonic activity as well. There will be early detection of earthquakes, landslides, floods, volcanoes, and it will also enable damage proxy maps that will be laid out within hours of natural disaster. That means what can be done can be understood right here. Furthermore, it is also going to facilitate our national disaster management agencies, state agencies and the first responders in the case of any disasters that take place. Environment and climate would also be helped by this. How? It will measure biomass, it will measure deforestation, coastal erosion, soil degradation, and will be an important integral key pillar when we are talking about India's climate goal and India's commitment to especially Paris Agreement. Furthermore, it will directly contribute to infrastructure monitoring. That means it will detect land subsidence if it takes place. It will be able to identify if there is any issue with the dam safety, urban sinkholes which are being created, and also track vertical ground movement with the accuracy of almost to a centimeter. That means the infrastructure, the challenges present with it and the problems that are going to come, that can be detected well in time and understood and probably be resolved. That means it will directly facilitate preventing the preventable tragedies that are taking place or the natural disasters or the disasters in reducing their impact. Now, it is not just for India, it is going to have a global impact which is of immense importance because it is here to show that strategic partnership, especially between India and US, has strengthened, especially in these strained times when we are seeing a lot of chaos in terms of tariff wars. This largest ever Indo-US space collaboration comes as a positive news. It will also help India to be positioned as a leader, especially when we are talking about earth science and also satellite diplomacy. It will also give a direct boost, if we are talking about impact of India, to Indian space exports, as well as when we are talking about India's space services, India's space economy. Furthermore, when we are talking about the global level, there will be global scientific contribution. How? This whole model is here to facilitate, understand if there is any sort of sea level rise, glacial melting, tectonic shifts and carbon cycle. That means it will help even the nations which lack in terms of climate research. That will benefit climate researchers also, urban planners also, governments also, NGOs. Everyone can reap the benefit because this mission comes with open access data. When we have open data, this will be an advantage for the public. It democratizes the access and facilitates real-time environmental data. It will also help in building resilience and preparedness, especially across developing nations which lack in such capabilities, and ISRO's growing role is being highlighted. That means it is proving the fact that India has the ability to handle complex next-gen tech mission. When we are talking about NISAR and upcoming, we have bigger missions like Gaganyaan. It also enhances India's position, especially when we are talking of global space governance. Now, question from my end to you is, do you really think that missions like NISAR, which have such great significance, not just for India, but for the globe, they will be of any significance when we are talking about the tariff chaos and the tariff wars that is going on, especially between India and US? That was all from my side. Thank you so much.